You know, I went over with you in the past how to blind set for them through the woods and get the hoover hogs out first. But I'm going to give you, I only want you to make one of these sets. You'll need a catch and release too. And you'll need one of these type shovels. The reason I say you'll need a catch and release because this set I'm fixing to show you guys is deadly on everything. Wildcats, mountain lions, whatever. Coyotes, wolves. They all hunt deers. If you have a deer run, you'll find a log that's fell over a tree that's flat on the ground. Pretty good size one, all right? It'll be parallel to the deer run. And that's when you're going to get your killer sets. It'll also work for coons. If it rains and freezes your leg holt traps in the ground, you'll still have a set for coons, and you can take them. They like to poke their heads under logs. I was deer hunting once, and I was up in my tree stand, and I watched a bobcat come along, and he worked around this log, and then I watched a fox. It was getting late, and then the coyotes came. So I use this set, and it's killer. I call it the step down set, because the animal steps down into the trap here on the side of the log, and he steps down here on the side of the log, and it's killer. It's a deadly set. When that animal steps down here and you got that trap concealed, he gets it on this side. If the log is big enough and the animal don't see the other animal on the other side, he steps in it on the other side. Well, you say, well, what if the traps get frozen in the ground? Well, what if? The coon goes underneath the log. You see that 110? We're allowed to use 110s. Nothing bigger than a 110. When that coon goes under that log, and you know how coons, you ever see a coon from your tree stand while you're deer hunting, and you see him squeeze that little knot, and you wonder how in the devil did that coon get in there? Okay? Now, furs are cheap, so I'm giving you one of my best sets. Now, this has got to be off of the deer run, parallel. You find the log, okay? Location is everything. Now, I know y'all been out in the woods over your lifetime and seen where they've tore up under stumps. Now, you can do it under stumps too, but you can only go in from one side. You can't come in out from the other side, so you're only going to be able to do 2 traps under a stump. A 110 and a leg holt. But when you go under a log, a tree that's fell over, you got 3 sets. And that 110 will stay working on coons. Now, this is deadly. It'll catch dogs, cats, anything that runs that deer run when they smell it. And don't forget, a squirrel tail's always good to draw a cat into something like this. You've seen the dirt all tore up. That's a big attractant. But you only use one, promise me. Don't use a bunch of these because they're deadly. And you might have to release some animals too, because everything loves it. I said, well, man, why do you want to share this set for? Well, I'm getting old and I might kick the bucket. So that's Wildman's big tip. Only make one of these. Furs are cheap. Hope I didn't make this video very long. Wildman out.